Enjoy this free preview from My Outdoor TV. With the largest library of outdoor shows, we're the home of the adventurous, the champions, the legends. My Outdoor TV. Try us free.
Elk hunting in September with a rifle in Wyoming. Does it get better than that?
It's the middle of the day. I mean, it's like 2 o'clock, and the elk are coming down the water.
I'm Gordon Eastman, who produced this true life outdoor adventure film on hunting, fishing, and wildlife.
Wilderness adventure and fair chase trophies define him. A son adds to the legacy and becomes the voice for a generation of hunters. Today, a third generation pursues trophy big game in places where success comes from skill, determination, and grit. Now, 60 years of hunting tradition comes down to one defining moment.
This is Eastmans. We have been hunting and filming out west for over 70 years. Thanks for coming along on a few of our adventures.
This is Eastman's Hunting TV. It's big game hunting, and it's as real as it gets. Eastman's Hunting Journal is brought to you by Sig Sauer, Cryptic, Secure It, Eberly Stock, Hornady, Forever Barnwood, and Eastman's Hunting Journal.
Well, folks, welcome to Wyoming. You're watching Eastman's Hunting TV, and I'm your host, Ike Eastman. Today, we're gonna stay in Wyoming. In fact, we're gonna stay in Northeast Wyoming, in the plains of Wyoming. We're gonna hunt elk in a more natural environment. They were actually a plains animal, which is gonna be super fun. They've come out of the mountains long time ago, 50 years ago, and they started small and have grown into a herd of over 1,200 of them. So we gotta be able to find a good bull in here. So come along with me in September during the rut with a rifle and hunt one of these big bulls.
Well, folks, welcome to Northeast Wyoming. I'm Ike Eastman. This is Eastman's, and you're watching a unique hunt here in Wyoming. Northeast Wyoming, we get to hunt elk over the counter in September with a rifle. So we're going with 4-horse outfitters, and we're gonna see if we can bugle in one of these big bulls and hit him with a boomstick.
We're with 4-horse outfitters here, and they have a unique situation where they got elk problem, and I'm going to try and help them with that. Now they got general elk tags, so over the counter for us Wyoming residents, elk tags that you can hunt in September with a rifle. This is the first day of my hunt here with them, and we're going to see if we can locate some bulls, bugling bulls, and see what happens. You never know. It's hot. This has been one hot, dry year. They've had a lot of fires here in Northeast Wyoming, and it's like 87 degrees today and just pretty brutal, but you never know. That might work in our favor and it might not. We'll see. It's supposed to cool down in the next couple days, which will help, and hopefully that changes, and they'll stick out a little longer in the morning and come out a little earlier in the evening. We'll see. Elk hunting in September with a rifle in Wyoming. Does it get better than that?
This portion of the show has been brought to you by Savage, where better comes standard. Eastman's Hunting Journal is brought to you by Sig Sauer, Electro-Optics, Cryptic, Battlefield to Backcountry, Secure It, Smarter Gun Storage.
sit up here. Obviously pinyon pines behind us. We got a glassing spot. Matt's saw a bull in here a couple times, and so we got a spot right above a water hole. Hopefully we can just sit there and wait, and hopefully they come out before it gets dark. It's full moon. You just never know. He might come out early for a drink of water or to wallow or something, and we get a shot at him. So let's walk up here. Obviously glassing point. There's water right down below us. And it's such a dry year that this is, if you find water, there's probably gonna be elk. Got a little thunder bumper coming in behind us. Maybe it'll cool off enough they'll get up and come into water before it gets dark. That would be nice.
Eastman's Hunting Strategies is brought to you by Onyx Hunt. Know where you stand.
So one of the cool things about the weather portion of onX is that it pulls new data every 15 minutes from the closest 3 triangulated weather stations. And you go, well, yeah, but you're in the middle of Wyoming. What does that mean, really? Where's the closest weather station? If you have the right weather station in your home and it's connected to the internet, it will pull the data from that weather station. So there's millions of data points across the US that it's using to triangulate more accurate weather. So onX's weather tile gives you precipitation, it gives you temperature, it gives you predictions, it gives you moon phases, and it's updated every 15 minutes.
We sat all afternoon here thinking that bull was going to be over there by the water. And it's witching hour now, so we got an hour until dark. And turned around and found some cows on the other side behind us. Maybe they moved over here. It's weird because that's the only water. We had one cow come in the middle of the day and water by herself. And that's it. And I don't know. It's weird. It's the middle, towards the end of September. We haven't heard a bugle yet, but we know there's elk in here, so. First night, and we did see a bull. It wasn't the one we were looking for, so we'll come back in here and just keep after it. I mean, we got plenty of time, and the weather's about to change a little bit, get a little cooler, which will help. I mean, it was hot today. I saw 87 on the car temperature. That's hot for elk hunting, which I was hoping they'd come into water earlier because the water, it's so dry. You know, they only have a few places that they can water, and I thought that was going to be in our advantage, but you never know. They could have watered in the middle of the day because it is so hot. They could have watered in the middle of the day. We saw the one cow come flying down here like she was late for the train and by herself. I thought it was going to be on like Donkey Kong, but oh well. It is what it is. We got plenty of time. Beautiful scenery, beautiful country. So stick with us as we hunt elk in northeast Wyoming, over the counter, and technically I'm standing on public land.
This portion of the show has been brought to you by Swagger Bipods. Hunt is what we do. Eastman's Hunting Journal is brought to you by Eberly Stock. Get out there. Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable. Zamberlan. Discover the difference.
Day 2, and up and at 'em. Got a full moon. I woke up this morning and looked out the window and went, oh, we're late. The sun's coming up. No, it's the moon. So we're gonna bounce around and see what's up still and see what happens. Weather's not gonna be too great. The wind's gonna be blowing a million miles an hour, but it is what it is.
next morning. It's quiet. No wind. No bugles yet. Let it get a little lighter and see what we see.
I can't believe that had a bugle. Hell, it's 17th of September. They should be lighting off like that. They're wallering, but I ain't heard a bugle. That's crazy. Weird. Yeah.
We're relocating to a new spot, just a little bit different country. Of course, it's supposed to cool off, and it's been cooling off all day, actually. We'll see what happens. New place, new elk.
Eastman's Hunting Journal presents Advanced Tips and Tactics. Brought to you by Eastman's Tag Hub. Your hunt starts here.
Hey folks, I'm Ike Eastman. Today I'm going to talk about the Zulu 6, brought to you by Sig Sauer Optics. Now, the Zulu 6 is a unique, first of its kind, on the market, stabilizing bino. I've used these for a couple years now. This is the original Zulu 6. What these do is they stabilize the image. When you're glassing, it stabilizes everything, so you don't have shake. If you're in the wind, like I am a little bit here today, you don't have to worry about that wind shaking the object, which allows you to acquire your target as well as grid a hillside or something a lot more efficiently. In fact, I have actually tested this with the Zulu 6s against a regular SIG, like let's say one of their range finding binos. One of the guys I hunt with, Brandon, and I were testing. I can acquire that actual target 10 times faster than he can because I can pick apart a hillside faster. As you know, time is of the essence when you see and spot wildlife in the outdoors. Now, here's what SIG did. They took the Zulu 6 and said, we can even do this better. They came out with the Zulu 6 HDXs. They go from 10, 12, 16 to 20 power. You go, why would you need 20 power? This allows me not to have to pack around a spotting scope. Saves me almost 5 pounds in my backpack. These things are just over pound and a half, just shy of a pound and a half. They have 2 modes of stabilization. They have a grid mode or a scan mode, which is the first click. You just click it and it goes into scan mode, which allows you to move along and it's not jittery, okay? Doesn't jump. Then if you click it twice, it turns into the target mode. And what that does is it stabilizes it 50% more, so that if you see something, or if you're trying to pick apart a bush and say, I saw an antler in there, I just can't find the animal, it gives it 50% more stabilization, so it acquires that target way faster. So check them out, the Zulu 6 HDX. They're available on sigsauer.com's website. Check them out.
Outdoor Edge, the leader in replaceable blade knives. Offering innovative knives with a variety of blade styles for use in the field, at home, and everyday carry needs. Never sharpen your knife again. Eastman's Hunting Journal is brought to you by Outdoor Edge, quality knives and tools for the big game hunter. Forever Barnwood, bring the history inside. Eastman's Hunting Journal, your stories, your photos, your magazine.
saw some cows laying in the timber. We're gonna try and sneak through this gap. Just barely peek over the other side. Just wait them out and see what happens if they get up or not. It's the middle of the day. I mean, it's like 2 o'clock. And the elk are coming down the water, which that's what happens when it's hot. They come in the middle. Yeah, there's more bulls in here. This bull is just a big 5, but there's more bulls, so we're just gonna see what happens.
I think I'm gonna wait for him to pull out now. He's in the water. I don't want to shoot him in the water. Don't stand that close to that cow.
I think you got him. Yep, you got him. He's dead. Yeah. He's done.
There's a pile of elk in there. And of course, you got that many eyes and you got that much stuff going on. You have to wait for it. And then he gets in the water, messing around in the water, throwing mud, throwing grass. And of course, I sat there, felt forever, felt like 30 minutes sitting there. My arm starts falling asleep. I'm like trying to shake it out. And then I missed him the first time. And I just barely missed him in the front. I saw it shooting suppressed. Even with the 300, I could see where the bullet hit the dirt right in front of him. I think the wind took it a little bit. But I don't know, second shot I got mad and he tipped over. Yeah. Yep. The old ELDX does it again. All mudded up with all the grass on him. Look at him.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's a pretty son of a gun right there.
We call this the heart back.
I love them.
Back end goes, instead of a whale tail,
Yeah.
it looks like a heart. Damn. Look at his front. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. That's a damn nice bull.
You can't get much better than that.
I love them front. Oopa.
Look how long his twos are.
Yeah.
And then his thirds go way out.
I'd have shot him. I'll tell you that.
Well, I did.
I did.
Look at that. That is just amazing. What fronts? I mean, those are long. Got a 7 on this side. Actually, it's 8x6. That's awesome. Hey folks, thanks for joining me today on this unbelievable Wyoming adventure. It's elk hunting in the desert. We saw tons and tons of elk here with 4-Horse Outfitters. It was just super fun, and I got to shoot a bull with a rifle during the rut with an over-the-counter tag. So until next time, remember, fair chase is the only way to hunt and take trophy big game. We'll see you right here on Eastmans next time. That is how you load a ball. That's a lot better than the way I do it.